From a kitten who is trying his best to be the next master chef to a pup who might need a little extra protection from the sun, we have some absolutely adorable and unique pets who are looking for their forever homes. We're going to tell you all about them and so much more right here on Pets on Parade. Good morning and welcome to Pets on Parade, brought to you by 3TV. I'm Kelsey Dickerson with the Arizona Humane Society. Thank you so much, as always, for tuning in with us. And like always, we have some absolutely adorable pets who have some incredible stories to tell you all about today. And today we have an absolutely adorable pair of pups that has come into the shelter and onto the show, and your heart will absolutely melt with these two. We'll introduce you to Kira and Polga in just a bit. And today we have kittens all from the same litter and all who are orange tabbies. However, there is something a little different and unique about this sweetie. Can you guess what makes her so outstanding? We'll see if you got it right in just a bit. But first, we want to start with an adorable Bun, who is a perfect example of the types of cases we bring in. Unfortunately, this is not a rare occasion for AHS, Lisa.
Yes, this is Buttercup, 2-year-old female, and she's a big bunny. She's almost 8 pounds. Found as a stray. Somebody just abandoned her at the park. She is not a wild bunny. These bunnies cannot survive. Rabbits like this cannot survive in the wild. So please don't abandon. If you have a domesticated rabbit, please contact an appropriate agency who knows how to care for rabbits. So she is a 2-year-old, like I said, almost 8-pound rabbit. She's beautiful, brindle. She is very friendly, hand-tamed. She doesn't love to be picked up, probably wasn't picked up a lot, but she will follow you around. It doesn't mean she's not going to be a great companion. She just wants to follow you around, and she can jump right up onto the sofa next to you. So, but Summer, the other thing I want to mention about the summer is rabbits don't do well in the heat. So this girl was out in the park. Temperatures are getting hot this week. So please don't abandon your pets this summer. Contact an appropriate agency or call our Pet Resource Center for help. And our animals could use your help this summer if you go to azhumane.org/summer. You can see the ways that we need additional donations in the summer to help pets like Buttercup find their forever homes.
Oh, absolutely. And you know what? I don't blame her. I don't like being picked up by strangers either. So I do not blame her. Thank you so much for that, Lisa. And you saw this adorable photo at the beginning of the show, but it's just too cute not to show off again. These two are definitely cute on their own, but bring them together and it is cuteness overload. Linda, I can barely even see Polka in your lap there.
These are actually twin sisters. We've got 50-pound Kira and little 5-pound Pugla, which I can get her. Here she is. Here she is. They came together. Their home, the owners were evicted from their home, unfortunately. So they are a team, and they are very bonded. Backstage, they were inseparable. And right now, they're just loving the camera, as you can tell. So they were found... they found that they did not get along well with cats. I'm assuming it might be the big sister. I'm not exactly sure. But they're doing really good. They really should go home together, though. Consider that. I mean, what's 5 extra pounds next to 50 pounds? And Perry's going to talk about behavior. And one other quick thing, they said that they can speak Spanish or understand Spanish. We've tried taco, we've tried comida, we've said siéntate, and no response. So you can give it a shot. Try it.
I think it's our Spanish. I don't think it's them not understanding at all. You know, she mentioned our behavior team, and our behavior team works all kinds of cases. It's not just dogs who are maybe just a little bit crazy or a little bit too high arousal. It runs the gamut from very, very shy dogs to dogs that just will bowl you over as they come out of the kennel. Some won't even come out of the kennel. Some will do just the opposite. Shelters are very, very fortunate if they have a behavior person. We actually have a behavior team, so we're able to evaluate animals and see what it is we can do for them to make their stay better and to make them a better pet in their home. We actually have lots of behavior tips online. If you go to our website, azhumane.org/behavior, you can read all those tips that those people have written up for you.
Absolutely, and you mentioned they're twins. I think they're twins like Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger are twins, but they're still very cute. Thank you, guys. And this little feline known as Gordon Ramsay takes no prisoners when it comes to critiquing his surroundings. With a discerning palate and a sharp tongue, he's not afraid to voice his opinions. From the freshness of the gruel to the temperature of his blankie, he expects nothing less than perfection. His kitchen is a sanctuary where only the finest ingredients and the most skilled paws are allowed. Before Gordon Ramsay becomes the next master cat, he needs to gain a little more weight so he can be neutered and made available for adoption. Best of luck to his foster hero Bonnie for the next few weeks. She's definitely going to need it while caring for this big personality. And of course, you can help little ones like this by visiting azhumane.org/foster. And we saw this sweet girl at the beginning of the show and asked the audience to guess what might be different about her than her litter mates. Well, if they were paying close attention, they might have been able to get it with the verbiage that we used, right, Bree?
Oh, yes. She is one of 5 in the litter, and she's the only girl, which is extremely common for orange tabbies. Orange tabbies are typically boys. She is just absolutely a sweetie, which is appropriate because her name is Sweetie. Lisa earlier mentioned about summer, and we do have a program called Constant Companion, which is our sustainable donor program, where you're able to give monthly. So your amount can be a little bit smaller, maybe the amount of like a cup of coffee, which is easier to do budget-wise. It is really a great program because it helps sustain. We know it's coming in and it's going to be helping these animals. So it's really a great program. And if you join during the summer, the first 100 folks will have a matching donation, thanks to Brian Albu, who went ahead and said that he would donate an extra $100. So really a great program and a great way to start off with matching funds.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. And you know what? Yeah, she's ready to go join her litter mates. I don't blame her. Thank you so much, Bree. 81 degrees outside, 112 degrees inside the car Giorgio was abandoned in. Our animal cruelty investigators were called to Phoenix with a scene of an abandoned dog inside of a truck tethered to the front seat. Although it was only 81 degrees outside, the truck in the direct sunlight and the internal temperatures was 112 degrees. Giorgio was panting heavily, but luckily was able to be treated in our trauma hospital and has found his forever home. If you need tips on how to keep your pets safe this summer, make sure to visit azhumane.org/nohotdogsaz. And luckily, Carrie has been getting some extra PTO and having a great time on vacation. We miss her in studio, but she has helped us by recording videos for us of the pets that currently are in need of your help. Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Carrie Hughes, AHS's foster manager. The summer months are here, and so far we've had hundreds of kittens and dogs enter our shelter. With the upcoming 4th of July holiday and the heat that is sure to just increase, we need your help today. We're seeing more animals this year than ever before that need our help. Sick and injured pets that are being left in cars, that are being tethered without food and water. And without open kennel space, we'll not be able to help those pets in need. So you can join our cause today as a foster hero for the Arizona Humane Society. When you take a pet home, it opens up a kennel so that we can help another pet in need. You can visit us online, azhumane.org/foster. Give us a call, text message, just reach out today and we'll guide you through how you can help save a life.
We are always in need of foster heroes, so like Carrie mentioned, you can visit azhumane.org/foster. And we have a very unique pup who can't wait to meet you. If you're a fan of superstars, you're gonna like this cutie. Welcome back to Pets on Parade. Now, one of my favorite movies growing up had a pup that looked very similar to this one, hence her name after the main character, Perry. This pup is a superstar.
A superstar, and like that character, extremely unique. This is a very, very rare breed for us. This doggie came in, believe it or not, as an injured stray. She has a little bit of a wound on her back, which is healing quite nicely now. She went through our Second Chance Animal Trauma Hospital, and she's all set to go now. This breed, we don't see many of these. This is one of the most ancient breeds in the world. There's evidence of these dogs in burial sites with the Mayan people and the Toltecs. This dog goes back thousands and thousands of years. It was one of the very, very first dogs ever admitted to the AKC, Kennel Club Registry of Dogs. But then in 1959, they actually pulled this dog out because they thought they were extinct. That's how few there were. They scanned the Mexican countrysides. They found 10 good ones that were in good health, and the breeding program began, and they're back again. This is a dog that has no hair, and I mean, it is like a seal. I'm touching it right now. There's no hair in this dog's body right here. So, Arizona Sun, you got to be really, really careful. Not only this breed, we have our little pitty friends, our white ones that have the very underlying pink skin and pink nose. You got to be very careful about those dogs in the sun. Don't be afraid to use some human sunscreen on them. Certainly cover their body if you can with light clothing or sorts. Just limit their exposure to sun, period. But this little one right here is absolutely adorable, and I am just honored to hold the Xolo Quinsley, by the way. That is the name they actually go by. And many, many people think the Chihuahua is the national dog of Mexico. That is wrong. This is the national dog of Mexico.
Oh my goodness, and she is a sweetheart, rocking that cap of hair. I love it. Thank you so much for that, Perry. Absolutely incredible. I had no idea they had only 10. Amazing. And do you remember this kitty from last week's show? Well, we finally have a name. Of the 464 comments of name suggestions for this little foster kitten, it's been settled to name him Crush. Crush is the sweetest little foster kitten who is equal parts sassy and sweet. More than anything, he loves when his foster mom works from home so that he can terrorize her at her desk. Sometimes he gets put in the timeout basket when he's a little extra naughty. If you want to foster a kitten like Crush, make sure to visit azhumane.org/foster to get started. And named after perhaps one of the most beloved and famous fictional tigers of them all, this little one can't hop on his tail like his namesake, but he is sure to bring lots of joy and silliness to his future forever home.
He is part of the orange litter. This is Tigger that Bree just showed, his sibling. I'm putting him up by my mic because I'm hoping you can hear how loud he is. He is purring like crazy, and he loves the camera. And so his foster tells us that he is the king of the zoomies around the house. And so he loves to, when you put him down, absolutely tear off the table. So that's why I'm holding on to him. But he is the loud one of the litter, and he is the one that'll give the zoomies the quickest. So these little cuties, thank goodness for our fosters who take these guys in. And if you'll look at him, he is, as you can see, he's got tattooed ear, means he's been neutered. So if you ever see that on your pets from the Arizona Humane Society, they get a little green tattoo for their spay and neuter. And he is not part of this program, but the AHS also has a great working cats program I want to just mention a little bit here, because sometimes we have a waiting list for people that are looking for cats to be working cats for their facility or for their ranch or farm, brewery. We've got all kinds of working cats out there. But right now we actually have a few available to go to work. So they're looking around the shelter with a little "hire me, please, I will work for food" sign. So if you are thinking of working cats and thinking of how that may help you out in whatever your situation is, if you need some working cats, there's information about it on our website, azhumane.org/working cats, or you can certainly call if you're looking to add working cats to your facility or maybe your ranch or home. We can give you lots of information about it. Some cats right now are looking for a job, so come on down and give us a call. We'll tell you all about them.
Absolutely, and they love it. Thank you so much for that, Lisa. And if you're a fan of cars, then you're definitely going to be a fan of this sweet boy. We'll introduce you to RX-7 when we come back. Welcome back to Pets on Parade. Now we're keeping it with the orange cuteness, and this kitty is no exception. But we also have lots of ways to help little ones like this too, right, Bree?
This litter has just been such a fun addition to the studio today and just getting so much love. There's great ways of helping little kittens and pups and animals in need here at the Arizona Humane Society. And one of them is donations. So if you've got kitten food, if you've got wet food, especially wet food, very, very useful to us because these little bottle babies need to be switched over to food. And that's a way of doing it. We mix it with the milk and we get them all healthy and strong and ready to be adopted. Another great way is fleece blankets. So if you've been gifted fleece blankets and they're holiday blankets and you don't want them around the house, we can take them. We're happy. The cats don't mind if they're themed in a different holiday than what's going on. Or you can pick them up cheap on discount, and that's always a great way, and donating them to us, that's always awesome. Another great way is fostering, and fostering has been such a rewarding thing for myself. I have pets and I can't adopt anymore at this time, so fostering is a great way of taking a pet in, giving space in the shelter, and then of course getting the pet nice and healthy and ready to be adopted. This little batch has just been such a delight in the studio. Oh my goodness, the ear hair. I don't know if you've noticed the ear hair, and I definitely have a thing for kitties and ear hair, but they have been just so sweet and they're complete lovers. Come on down and meet them.
Oh, absolutely adorable, like little orange and white bobcats, just so cute. And like we mentioned before the break, if you're a fan of cars, then you know what this pup is named after, but we just have to show you his picture of being in the kennel at the shelter, just wanting someone to pet him, and he has found his buddy in Linda. You have just been loving on each other. This is so cute.
Yeah, this is 6-month-old RX7. I kind of think he deserves a cuter name, though, but we'll have to think about that later. He was found as a stray, and he was really sick. He might have gotten into some trash, maybe some bad water, but he had all kinds of digestive problems and vomiting and diarrhea. But he's doing really, really good now. As you can see, he's treat motivated, and he's going to make somebody a really happy, happy pet. He's very playful. Again, he's 6 months old, and something like this, a 6-month-old with lots of energy, they are not used to being cooped up in the house. So if you have them in the backyard, and we are entering the monsoon season, keep in mind that we have to keep our pets safe and secure. We want to keep the pets inside during the monsoon. They sense the storms are coming closer to them by their hair and their hearing, and they can sense it and they get nervous. They start to pace. They get a little, their hair sometimes will stick up, and it'll show them that they're very nervous because of the storm moving closer. So please, if you have them outside, bring them in. If you have to keep them outside, please keep the debris. Flying debris can be horrible, even like folding chairs, bowls, tree twigs, all kinds of things that can be in the backyard could be a danger to these animals. So keep in mind, monsoon season's coming. We've got to keep these guys safe.
Absolutely, and number one tip is microchipping and keeping those tags updated. Thank you so much for that important information, Linda. And this is one of 3 dogs brought to the Arizona Humane Society in May of this year from the same household. Adorable Athos and his family unfortunately were evicted from their home. With nowhere else to turn, the 7 years young American Pit Bull Terrier was surrendered to AHS. While his story is not unique, it is a great reminder of our dedication to providing resources for pet owners in need in hopes of keeping pets in their home and out of the valley's overcrowded shelters. Known for his soft demeanor and wiggly cuteness, Athos loves to be around his people and would do best meeting all dogs in the home to ensure they fit his more calm, laid-back manner. All those who know this smiley baby say he's super social with humans, loves being the center of attention, walks well on a leash, and is potty trained. In addition to his charming personality and good looks, he's extremely smart, knows how to sit pretty, and loves squeaky toys. Definitely the perfect example of not judging a book by its cover. Athos's adoption fee is free, and you can meet him at our PetSmart Scottsdale location and learn more at azhumane.org/adopt. Who doesn't love that absolutely adorable smile? And okay, I've been waiting for all the show to show this picture, and it's finally popping up. It cracks me up every time, and I'm not so sure that Scoot is the biggest fan of getting his picture taken, but he is way comfortable getting his video taken. Like, I mean, he's made for the screen.
Plus, so much cuter in person. Who needs photos when you look like this in person, right? What an adorable little kitten, 4-month-old. You've actually met the siblings. They were owner surrendered. You've met the rest of the ones on the show today. Little Scoot here is an absolutely adorable medium-haired kitty. Very, very comfortable in my arms. He's absolutely wonderful. You know, not a show goes by where we don't talk about pet overpopulation or preventative care for your pets. That's what we do at the Arizona Humane Society. Well, thanks to our organization, we work with Fix, Adopt, Save, and our own little homegrown organization, the Circle of Friends. we've got a special going on in July. They are going to cover the cost, free spay and neuters for all American Pit Bull Terrier mixes, Chihuahuas, and cats. And also they're going to do free vaccines for, again, Pit Bull Terriers, all cats, and Chihuahuas. This is a special all through the month of July. Space is limited. You must make an appointment. It's an absolutely fantastic thing. It's not an excuse that's saying that spay and neuter is too expensive or vaccines too expensive. Go do it. Go to our website, azhumane.org/spay.
Absolutely. Number one way to be able to prevent needless diseases and needless euthanasia. So thank you so much for that, Perry. And thank you to our amazing partners. Now, if you have a sweet tooth, you definitely won't want to miss our last pup of the show. We'll introduce you to Oreo when we come back. Welcome back to Pets on Parade. Thank you so much for sticking it out with us this Saturday. Now for me, there's nothing quite like an Oreo Blizzard on a hot day for a little treat, and luckily this baby will definitely be a treat for whoever welcomes them into their home. Right, Lisa?
Right, this is Oreo. She is a 2-year-old, and as you can see, she's a dachshund. She's got short little legs, and her feet, she's got the Oreo feet. We're not quite sure what she thinks of the camera. Every once in a while she'll get frozen and stare right into it, but she is adorable. She was surrendered to our field team. Somebody called out too many pets in the home, and Oreo was one of the girls that they surrendered to us. So she doesn't have a ton of experience with people. Don't expect her to be a social butterfly, but you know what she does love? Her 1 or 2 people. I carried her in here, and her tail, I could feel it beating on my back. She's just wagging away. She loves the attention, and she is doing a great job readjusting to life indoors. And outdoors is really no place for a pet. We've talked about it a couple times on the show, how hot it can get in cars. But the signs of heat distress include a lot of things. Very red gums, panting, drooling and dripping, and you'll see that tongue really sticking out. And some of the tips, if you do find a dog, or if your dog gets caught outside and is overheated, is cool them down slowly. Don't just, put ice water on them or anything. You don't want to shock their system. Best thing to do is kind of wet the dog down with cool water. Be careful. You don't want to wet them down with a hose. Make sure the water is not hot coming out of a hose. And then put a fan on them. And just let them kind of cool down naturally, and certainly call your veterinarian or get your dog into a veterinarian, Arizona Humane Society, or the nearest emergency animal clinic, so that dog can stay out of the heat. It's heating up out there, so let's make sure to protect our dogs and the strays that you find out there.
Absolutely, and this heat, it can be deadly for anyone, so it is important to recognize those signs early on and get them help. Thank you so much for that, Lisa. And we have our last kitten of the show now with you, Bree, but don't forget our adult kitty friends also need their homes too. But like you mentioned, this litter has just been absolutely incredible.
I swear I've been going over and getting a different cat from Frank every single time I've been on camera. I know it doesn't look like that. It looks like I'm just grabbing the same cat and bringing the same cat on TV, but this little sweetheart is Pepper, and might be the biggest one out of all of them. A little bit more weight to him. He's very inquisitive. He's very sweet. And he's been enjoying hanging out in the studio with all of the staff from Channel 3 TV hanging out with us. So really a complete sweetheart. But Kelsey is right. We don't just have orange kittens at the shelter. We have big cats, small cats, big dogs, small dogs, hairless dogs. We have a variety of pets in all different ages. And there is really a benefit of adopting an older pet, especially a cat. They really have a great personality. They're already litter box trained. They're ready to go. And they are set in their ways in a good way. So definitely think about giving an older pet a chance. I know with dogs, a lot of the time we have more information on them, on their personalities, what to expect. And that's so helpful in matching, making sure that we get the right pet into the right home. So kittens are fun, but definitely we have other pets available for you to take home that would fit in your family perfectly.
Absolutely, and this is really important too for a lot of people. They don't realize how much work kittens and puppies can be, so we always have absolutely wonderful adult pets. Thank you for that, Bree. And thank you all for tuning in today to Pets on Parade. As always, we appreciate you allowing us to be able to save the lives of the homeless pets that you see here each and every week. Till next time, we'll see you right back here for the cutest show in Arizona.